Heyo. Today's a different video. Uh, ain't got a cigar for today. Um, I recently finished a project I was working on, for my brother. It is a steak flipper made out of, piece of, rebar that I used. Made a, bit of a circle piece on the back. Right now I'm just putting the, sharp bit right here. Yeah, it should be able to be used once I'm done. It's taking some time. Either it's because I quenched it or it's not. And it's either just because of the steel that it is or something else. But yeah, uh, I'm thinking about tomorrow if it don't rain. I'm gonna take my phone out there and I will make a video forging. And it'll be a longer video than the one I posted last time because the one I posted last time, I didn't have the right equipment. So basically what I did differently is uh, I bought a whatchamacallit. It's a Ryobi uh, leaf blower, one of the small ones, uh, and it fits perfectly in the pipe for my forge, and so that's what I use to blow air to my coals, and it works perfectly. Now, I thought it wasn't working perfectly, but I was just doing it improperly. So what I was doing was I'd get the fire going, or not get the fire going. I would get my paper burning and I'd put wood, but I wasn't doing it correctly, and so my coals would never ignite. Thought, well, it ain't working. No, I learned that I just have to build a little fire underneath the wood, keep it fed until the wood catches, and then apply air with the leaf blower, slight amounts of air, not over the top amounts. Um, and through doing that, it would speed up the wood burning, but it would also allow me to go and put coals on top of the wood. And so, as I would do that, I would quit adding airflow, so that way the fire wasn't just shooting up. Uh, and I'd add my coals, I'd cut the air back on, and wait a while because at first it'll just start smoking. And then if you did it correctly, you'll see like little pieces of fire just poke through the coals, and eventually it'll just engulf the entire thing. Uh, but I learned once you get it going, you don't have to apply as much air, so you pop the little lever thing back up to 1, and you can ride out the small bit of air for your entire project. You only need to pop it on 3 to help get the wood burning faster. But after that, just pop it back to 1 and it will add a steady flow of air. Because what I was doing was just burning too much fuel on the leaf blower plus on my coals. Uh, but popping it back to 1 just has a slight burn throughout all of it. I'm still learning. I've recently only messed up one project that I had. It's a one of them, I don't know what you call them. It's one of the knives farmers keep in their back pocket. It's got the little curved blade. You open it. It's whenever you're picking okra and stuff, you can cut the vine. Uh, Much easier to get the produce off the vines. So, basically, what had happened was I left it in too long. I am still new to the whole thing of making it to where I don't burn or melt the project I'm on. I melted the tip of it off, basically. I'm still going to turn it into the blade, but it's not meant for much other than just cutting those little bitty vines. And I doubt that's going to put too much strain on the blade. As long as it's just used for that and it's not used for much else, it will go strong. But it's a learning process. I wouldn't even say amateur blacksmith at this point. I would say just very, very, very new to it, because amateur would, like, in my basis of the meaning I've made a couple of things. I've only ever made 2 steak flippers, and this is the longest one I've ever made. So I'd give it maybe 20 or 30 of those, and then I'd actually call myself an amateur blacksmith, but until then, no. But once I quit messing up my works, I'll be on Easy Street. Well, not Easy Street, but Easier Street. I've also got some axe head collected, so I'm probably going to repurpose one of those as a cutting tool. I was going to use my 1-bit axe, or 1 cutting edge axe, to actually put on a handle, but I'm thinking about just taking it and using it as a cutting head. I have a beautiful double bit axe head that eventually I do want to put a handle on, but I have not been able to find double bit axe handles. I only ever find the curved handles. So I'm probably going to have to go on Amazon for one of those. But, oh, and if y'all are trying to get into blacksmithing and you're starting out, I would recommend you use a pair of those pliers, the silver ones with that little lock handle at the back. And you can adjust it with the screw. I forget the names of them, but that's what I originally used. And if you have any antique stores near you, look in those places for tongs, blacksmithing tongs. If you don't know what I mean, just look it up. It's just blacksmithing tongs. You'll find them pretty easily. Or you can make a pair, and there's plenty of videos. It's just I don't trust myself and where I'm at on blacksmithing yet to actually make a pair of working tongs. I'm going to give some time before I do that. Now, I will say a good hammer for a starting hammer, because my brother used to blacksmith and he was talking to me about hammers. The hammer I got now is a Japanese drop forge, I think is what it says on it. It's a 3-pound sledge. Even though it don't feel like 3 pounds, it feels about as light as air in my hands. But I got that hammer at a antique store. The handle's good on it still, so I'm using the handle it came with. Puppy is checking out the water it's on this chair plus the steak flipper. Him's been, and he's pooping again. You just pooped. Anyways, thank y'all for joining me today. I'm gonna end it here. I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for joining me. I'm about to start up a TikTok live and continue work on this, unless it rains me out of here, and then I'm going back in the house. But unless it does that, I'm gonna stay out here. Y'all have a blessed day. Go with Jesus. And I hope you have a safe day in whatever you're doing. Well, it's not right now, but still I'm using day. Anyways, y'all have a good one.